Alright, the amazing alogicalist has made a wonderful, just fantastic propaganda video. Just ranting pointlessly again, some more. Just completely unproductive, antisocial, useless rhetoric. It's disgusting. Well, anyway, so I'll post this. There's probably going to be a part 2, and that will be posted elsewhere. Well, elsewhere, in protest to YouTube censorship, because yes, we've made corporations and our government unaccountable. That's not an excuse to sit there and trash the idea, even the idea of order, systems, engineering. Chaos does not rule, idiots. It's not about power, it's about our power and our inability to use it, because people get distracted by morons and idiots, gods and superstitions and phantasmagorical rainbows and spirituality. I saw Deckies into spirituality now, so we lost another one. It's just disgusting. I mean, people just got to focus on the goddamn problem and have, rational fucktards at least. I mean, maybe I'm hateable, but I'm speaking logic and reason, not complete nonsense that's coming out of this jackass's mouth. So anyway, to his fucking stupid, ignorant video.
We accept the wisdom that power corrupts, yet we have created a society where order itself is contingent upon the benevolence of power. And you can see that reflected in the way that we talk to our children. We tell our children, oh, the policeman is your friend. The soldier is fighting for our freedom.
Yeah, well, there's a whole bunch of people now talking exactly the opposite, which doesn't do us much good either. All right? And it's not about policemen, and it's not about the politician. It's about us and our judgment. We have the power. We, the people, still have the frickin' power in this country. And our obligation is to talk to each other and convince each other not to screw us. All right? You're not getting screwed by power. You're not getting fucked by power. You're getting fucked by your next-door neighbor.
What friend have you ever had that tried to arrest you and lock you in a cage for the rest of your life?
Yeah, well, guess what? It's your goddamn neighbors trying to do that, TJ. So why don't you talk to your motherfucking neighbors, okay? The people live right next to you. Go talk to them and talk about, well, we should, we gotta lighten up on these laws. Can't be throwing people in jail. Go talk to them about, oh, let's legalize heroin and morphine and any kind of possible drug that somebody can take so they can be, driving trains. We won't have to have terrorists blow up our country. Our own fucking workers can do it. I mean, there's some realistic problems here, and you have an obligation to talk to these people and convince them that they have nothing to fear, all right? But don't play this fucking game like this is about power. No, it's about it's about defining rules that the game is going to be played by. And some assholes like you, like internet spammers, you've admitted you make your living being an internet spammer. You create websites for the simple purpose to exploit people's vulnerability because they don't have a good search engine. So they end up in your trash pages and end up maybe clicking on one of your bogus bullshit links. All right, so what are you? What's your productive contribution to our human dilemma, our human problem? You just create more fucking chaos, more garbage for people to step in, more glass bottles, more bottle caps on the ground for babies to step on. I mean, fuck you, all right? There's no fucking anything without some kind of order, and democracy's the best alternative out of the bunch. And so this is how we've got laws, all right? But to sit there and say the police are running amok is bullshit. To say that power is corrupting them is bullshit, okay? The fucking 50% of the United States population is a motherfucking Republican is the goddamn problem.
What freedom do you have that some citizen living in a country that you've never heard of presents a threat to? The policeman is not my friend. And
well, look, the fact that you have to have some sort of defenses against, Adolf Hitler isn't incomprehensible. But again, the fact that our democracy has been abused, that the power of our military has been abused. Look who it's been abused by. Look at the mission, okay? Oh, we got to stop the commies. We got to stop those socialists. We got to stop those people who want to engineer society, because we're all fucking freedom lovers and we want to exploit the Chinese. We don't want to give them democracy. We want to keep them exploitable. We want somebody else's fucking oil. It's our greed of our people, not some fucking power run amok.
My freedom doesn't stem from the government. In fact, power can only create oppression. Power.
It's the stupidest thing ever said. No, power can protect children from getting molested. Power can protect women from getting raped. Power has made it possible for me to have an unlocked door for 30 years. Power enables me to be able to take a 2-mile walk in the woods without having to worry about somebody else having to go find my body. Alright, so fuck you. Power has done a lot to give us civilization, you dumb shit.
Power can never be the source of freedom. And you know what? Power doesn't even pretend to be. Not in this country.
Oh, not in this country, not in this country. Well, yeah, well, see, again, your whole premise is just so bogus. Power does, if you are protected from having spears thrown at you, you don't have to fucking build the wall. You don't have to build the moats. You don't have to waste your resources building your defense shields against all the fucking vulnerability that is real and exists. From the spammers like you, from the people who want to trip you up, the people who want you to fall in the mud, the people who want to harm you.
Here, power tells you, give us more of your freedom so that we can ensure greater security. Whatever happened to give me liberty or give me death?
Oh, yeah, the two of them are not on opposite ends of some pole somewhere, okay? Yes, there can be something close to a happy balance between the two things, and all it takes is rational laws, all right? And we're not that far fucking away, all right? If you have things called accountability and you have principles, that's all you need. Guess what? Yeah, our principles are slightly flawed, okay? We'll waste resources on a drug war. Okay, yeah, that ends up oppressing a lot of people. I'm opposed to that bullshit, okay? But it's a political fight. It's not power imposing it on us, like I said. It's your goddamn neighbor imposing it on us. And this rhetoric is not going to convince him that I should let the fucktards loose. Alright? You've got to give your neighbor reason to trust you fuckers. And there's no reason to trust fuckers who talk crap like you.
That got forgotten somewhere along the way in this country. And yeah, the police will protect you if someone's trying to break into your house. And the army will protect you if another country tries to invade. But what happens when the police are trying to break into your house?
Right, and how often does that fucking happen? How the fuck often does that fucking happen? Alright, what percentage of our social blight, our oppression, is based on police acting on their own volition to do something? I mean, how many lives altogether does that destroy? I mean, what is the real price of our freedom? Alright, talk about the laws, the broken motherfucking laws. There's no point in talking about the power run amok, because that's the smallest of our goddamn problem, and the easiest one for us to goddamn fix. We could sit there and elect tomorrow a government that says, yes, we will ensure accountability. We don't do that because people, liars like you, cheaters like you, people who build false websites to fuck people over, they want a lying system. They want a system that allows them to be a cheater and a fucker. Okay, and so they elect cheaters and liars, because that's how they make their living. Everybody wants to make a living being a cheater, a liar, an exploiter, a fucker over of somebody else. Alright, and you're just a perfect fucking example of that.
And what happens when we're invaded by our own army? Power doesn't care about your freedom. And it doesn't care about your safety either. The only thing that power cares about is more power.
Oh, yeah, right. So the umpires at the baseball game are all conspiring, you know, to what? To suck all the essential juices out of all the players? They can't think of anything else but to take as much as they fucking possibly can from the game? Bullshit! Okay? It doesn't work that way. Alright, the system can be made accountable, and the rules, the power, doesn't have to be abusable. Alright, we've made it abusable because we don't have any fucking character. We, the people, don't have enough character to pass fucking laws against lying and cheating and stealing. Instead, we elect it to fucking office.
And they'll do anything to get it. They will tell you any lie. Power doesn't have a set of ethics.
Yeah, what fucking ethics do you have? He says individuals have ethics. Well, what ethics do you have? What? What ethics do you goddamn have?
Individuals with power might have a set of ethics, but power itself has no ethics. And when you're talking about a vast bureaucracy, it doesn't function.
Oh yeah, well come on, vast bureaucracy versus what? Little fucking Balkan bureaucracies, okay? The game is there's going to be rules, period, okay? We either make them rationally as a civilization, and I'd rather do it as a big civilization than a little civilization, or chaos will make the rules, okay? Might will make right, big will just take over, rich will take over, something else will take over, they will be the fucking power. There's a vacuum, and power will always fall into it. There always will be power. And the only question is whose power. And as it is now, we have the power. We the people have the fucking power. We're just not fucking capable of using it because people get distracted by assholes like you, and assholes preaching God, or assholes preaching superstition, or assholes preaching some kind of anarchy in the sky mumbo jumbo.